Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, a channel where we are going to learn, get motivated, explore and have fun at the same time. So on the previous video, I tackled on several ways to present yourself in an interview, and today we are going to do a different thing but in the same line of an interview. So today I'm going to tackle the most common job interview questions. And so let's go straight to the video. So I'll start by handling the first of all, I'll start by handling the most common questions, and I have 8 common questions that are all that are they are that are commonly asked in an interview. So what we shall do, I'll highlight the 8 questions first, then we shall start by tackling each and every question bit by bit. So, what are these common questions that are always asked in an interview session? One, we shall start with question number 1. Tell me about yourself. This has been the most common question, especially when you enter an interview session and you start, maybe now the interview is on. This is the most common question, as it's always the first question that the interviewer poses to the interviewee. So the first question is, tell me about yourself. The second question, the most common question being the second question that is commonly asked in an interview is, what are your strengths? What are your common strengths, or what are your strengths? At this point, an interviewee is required to give the capabilities or the able things that is able to do or he has managed to do that will help or that is in line with the interview or the job description. Then the next question, being the third question, we have what are your weaknesses? That is the third most common question. What are your weaknesses as a job interview? As we all know that we are human beings, and most commonly, each and every person is meant for mistake, and that means that we have weaknesses in our life. So at this moment, you have to post something that is your weakness, and you don't need to lie, because this is someone who is going to employ you, and at the end of the day, he might be able to come and see out the weakness in you that you never described in an interview session when the question was posed to you. So it's good because each and every individual understands that each and every person has a weakness. So when this question is posed to you, you have to come out with a specific weakness in your life or in your field or in your area of field that you have to give as a feedback to the interviewer. That is the third question. Now let's move to the fourth question. Fourth question is, why did you leave your last job, or why did you decide to leave your previous employer? This is the most common question, because most probably when you're looking for employment, either one, you are employed in a particular field, or you're employed in a particular company, and now maybe you are looking for greener pastures, or maybe you are looking for something specific. Most probably labda the thing that you were doing before in the field was not in line with whatever you've studied in school. So you're looking for something else, or you're looking for a different field that you will have to impress or manifest or continue doing the skills that you've learned in class. So when your interviewer asks you that why did you leave your last job, you have the specific question. Maybe you want to improve your skills. Maybe you have different answers to give, and these will come in discussion with a couple of videos that I'm going to discuss the answers or the feedbacks that we need to give when we are asked such a particular question. Or on the other side, you have never been employed. So when you are asked why did you leave your job, you just say that you have never been employed before, and this is your first employment. And also I'll expound on that mostly on when I'll be giving feedback pertaining to that particular question. And that's the question number 4. So we'll go to the next question, which is question number 5. Tell us about your education background. Here you'll talk professionally, being specific to education background. Where did you go to school? What have you achieved in school? The skills that you have achieved in school, that's the education background. So at that point, I'll still also expound further as I answer the questions about tell us about your education background. The next question, which is question number 6, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? That's another common asked question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Being a common question, it has feedback which the interviewer has to give to which the interviewee has to give to the interviewer. So now, how do you answer this specific question? Just as I have described previously, I'm going to create each and every feedback for each and every question. So be there to watch the next session. Be there to watch the answers and feedbacks so that we can help each other grow. Even as we prepare for job interviews, we attend job interviews when we understand what we need and what we are going to give the feedback. And all in all, we'll find ourselves somewhere. Even you get yourself, you prepared. So when these questions are posed to you, you don't get tensed, you are okay, you are relaxed, and you give feedback according to the way the interviewer needs the feedback to be given back to him or her. The next question, being the third last question, they always ask, why should we hire you? Here you have to express yourself and explain yourself pertaining mostly to your skills. You have to give why this company needs to hire you. Will you give the skills required? Are you going to do whatever they need? So you have to be also specific according to the job description. You cannot give feedback that is outside the job description. So you have to work on the job description before the interview. Read your job description, reread each and every step, and know the line of your job description, so that when you are asked such a question that why should we hire you, you have to give the feedback according to the job description. So, and the second last question, what is your salary expectation? At this point, most of the time I get to see that when employers are looking for employees, most of the time they highlight their salary on the paper. So most of the time, you according to your skills, I will request someone, you be specific to the job, to the salary you want. Don't say the salary expectation to favor someone else. You need to favor yourself. Say your salary expectation. If at all the company will be able to see your skills and will be able to see your work, when they employ you, they automatically give you that salary. But if at all maybe they feel like this salary is so much higher as per whatever they give at that position of someone who is employed at this position, what you do, they might also negotiate with you, because there is always that room for negotiation after the interview, if at all they have accepted to hire you. Then the last question, do you have any question for me or for us? That is now the interviewer asking, do you have any question for me or for us? So most at this moment, you are given a chance to ask the interviewer any question. And at this moment, I'll give you, as per the other videos, I'll give you some of the questions that maybe you can ask the interviewer. So for today, that's what I wanted to tackle. I wanted to give you some 8 common questions that are asked in an interview, so that when we'll start handling each and every question individually, as we see how to respond to each and every question. And also, I post these questions. I've given you these questions so that at the end of the day, we can do research. You come out with your views. you give your views on the comment section so that at least I can check on your views. You can also listen to my views so that we can come up with a solution to the end of each and every question, as in which one of the solution or which is the best answer for each and every question. So that is what I'm going to do. That's what I had prepared for today. Thank you guys. Have a good day.